Big focus on that right side. That's what Chris mentioned in the open. How will they hold up with the replacements? They run here. From the 36, it'll be play action for Burrow. 3 downfield. He'll swing it out. After 6 for Mixon, 2nd and 4. Pressure up the middle by Queen. Burrow got away, but is hit down and will lose a couple of yards. Lost 2, makes it 3rd and 6. Burrow's got 5 to choose from. In the middle, it is caught for the first down. It's Tyler Boyd. 2nd and 5, they'll run it with Mixon. Big opening for Mixon. From the 32, after the gain of 1, Burrow sideline shot. T. Higgins first down at the 21-yard line. 3rd and 10. You saw Campbell move before the snap. Burrow pressure throws incomplete. McPherson, who made every kick in last year's postseason, now 21 of 21. Brown is the quarterback. Tyler Huntley starts, gives it to J.K. Dobbins, who runs with a purpose.
Offense like this, with the way they can run the football.
Huntley's going to go to the air right away. First look not there. Gets away and throws it. Juggling grab. Is it held on to inbounds? Yes, it is. Hill out of the backfield on 2nd and 6. Huntley's throw in traffic is intercepted. Akeem Davis-Gaither has it across midfield into the Ravens side at the 45-yard line. Burrow taking a peek at the heat that's coming. He throws underneath. It's caught by the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Came over in the trade from Chicago. 3rd and 8. Burrow's got a pocket. He's got a time, and he throws. It is caught by Chase for the first down. They'll mark him at the 33-yard line. The hand signals as Burrow adjusts the play. He's in trouble. Held on to and brought down. 3rd and 10, pressure picked up. Chase has got it. Run after the catch. There's that strength Chris was talking about. Penalty makes it 1st and goal from just inside the 20. Burrow chooses to throw. Chase, good run after the catch to the 7-yard line. Burrow's hit all 6 on this drive. Burrow looks underneath. Chase to the end zone. Touchdown. Jamar Chase carried the load on that drive. 5 receptions of the first touchdown of the night. Look out, that's his first postseason miss. J.K. Dobbins, the back. Huntley going to throw again. It's caught on the run.
And overwhelm the Bengals defense.
There's Gus Edwards, some of that big power running you were talking about. And what he's done. That was a defensive lineman. That was one of the better fullbacks in the league. Dobbins on the run. That's that edge run Chris was talking about. Andrews comes to the backfield next to Huntley. He's going to take it and run for it and gets stopped. 4th and short. Huntley will keep. Fight forward. Looks like he got past the 27-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Baltimore. 2nd and 9. Huntley got away from the linebacker. Pratt lofts it out there to Andrews, complete to the 11-yard line. Huntley looks, flips it. Dobbins open field, stretching to the goal line. Rules a touchdown. They say he broke the plane. J.K. Dobbins, for the moment, has made this a 3-point game.
Really was a good play by Marcus Bailey out there to just see it. Was anything? Woo. Ball definitely crossed the line as long as no knee was down.
That fist is down. That's part of the hand, and the
like
hand you can have down.
Me.
Yep, it looks good. It is a touchdown. P-Ryan in the back, 3rd and 7. Burrow protected for the moment, throws in the middle, complete for the first down. 2nd and 10, back to the air, pressured by Odafe Owe, who gets to him with the sack. So Owe with the overpower. And the number continues to go up, and this is 3rd and long. 3rd and 16. Burrow deep drop, still flushed. See how much Hayden Hurst can get. Not much. Hit hard, solidly. Ball's out. Kyle Hamilton with a hit. He may get the recovery, too. Two defenders there. Hamilton, the rookie out of Notre Dame, with the hit. He had hands on it, the bottom of the pile. Let's see. And the Ravens have recovered. Baltimore ball. Gus Edwards with blocking. Cincinnati offense. On first down, bad snap, comes back. Huntley able to field it on the bounce, get out of the pocket and throw it complete, of all things. And a great connection, too, to Josh Oliver for the second time tonight.
What a play by Huntley. This is a disaster. I went, oh, he's doing a really smart thing. He's just going to go out and just throw the ball out of bounds and save the down, and instead completes the pass.
But so often it ends up in winning football from the 14-yard line. Huntley dropping, trying to float the screen out there. Able to bring it in is Justice Hill. Got past the man. Hill right near a first down at the 4-yard line. Huntley throws incomplete. Well covered. Nothing to get to there. Short one here, 22 yards for the lead. Operation perfect, so is Tucker. And injury-wise, Eli Apple's in the game for the Bengals here. It's first down. J.K. Dobbins, good run by Dobbins. He cut it upfield. Apple's over there for the tackle, along with Von Bell, but look at Dobbins. Huntley struggled with the snap. In trouble, got away from it. Now he's got room if he can get around the edge, but brought down on a great play by Logan Wilson. Third and inches, they go out of the gun, and Burrow looks to throw it. Pressure comes, he got away from it. Burrow escapes against the first down at the 30-yard line. Burrow keeps the drive going. Good job to get that snap and get it in the belly of Mixon for 8.
At some point, we'll make a big play, make a sack, do something go right. If not, it'll be down the red zone.
Pressure here, inside throws complete. It's Boyd on the edge. Peters communicating. Burrow retreating, throwing to Chase, who's got it for the first down. First down play action. Burrow taking a shot here. It's Chase, he's got it. Chase out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Catch 9 on the night. First and 10, 5 out there for Burrow in the middle. Caught by Hurst, fights for the goal line. Great mix. Now he rides the back. Burrow keeps. Flag is down, though, as Burrow slithers his way in for the touchdown. Offsides on Baltimore, so this will, in all likelihood, stand up. That was the initial signal to the referee, Clay Martin.
Offside. Defense, getting up in the neutral zone. Please decline. Go for the play. Is a touchdown.
Wilcox, tight end in motion, turns upfield. Burrow scrambles. Anybody coming with him? He throws to the back line. Got Higgins for 2. Drive start from the 19. Huntley looking to throw. He's pressured. Gets it out to Dobbins. Got a block from Ricard. And a beautiful move by Dobbins down the sideline to the 45-yard line.
Unbelievable. Watch this stunt. I thought he was going to get sacked on the play. Comes right up the gut at Huntley, who somehow gets out of there, and then how Dobbins got out of this.
Being looked at. Second and 10 for Huntley. This is Gus Edwards with some space. Well blocked screen. Edwards a first down to the Bengals side of midfield, right around the 40-yard line.
In some way, he's basically out of position.
Second and 10. Huntley taking a shot downfield. DeMarcus Robinson is open for a touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson sneaking. Number 9 for Cincinnati. The 25, check it down to Mixon for about 8 yards to the 33-yard line.
That he was now.
No, stylish now for sure. 3rd and 2 here. The Burrow throw. Higgins was battling with Peters. No flag. So a lot of folks are waiting the next hour of football to see what happens on divisional weekend. Gus Edwards running to the edge. It's been sustainable. 3rd and 1, they're going to throw. Huntley for Andrews. Did he bring it in? Yes, he did. What a play from Mark Andrews. Tyler Huntley's hit all 5 of his passes in this half. And with McCary out there, Huntley's on the races. Inside the 20 and the 10. 1st and goal inside the 5.
You're going to end up with people going this way and the 2 offensive linemen leading back that way. And do you follow the running back? Do you follow the quarterback? And that's when it gets really difficult in this Greg Roman offense, just to figure out which way is the ball going. And Tyler Huntley is having a magnificent night tonight.
Put them right around Huntley. He reaches. Oh, that ball's out. That's live. Back the other way. Sam Hubbard, the Cincinnati kid. Hubbard's got a convoy. Chased by Andrews. At the 30, the 20. He will score. And he broke the plane. Logan Wilson went over the top to knock it out. We'll have to see where it came out. That's short. That is short of it. What a play by Wilson. And Sam Hubbard, who grew up a Bengals fan, won a state championship at Moeller High School, championship at Ohio State, makes the massive play to take it the other way and give the Bengals the lead. Can they come down the field again? Now down 7. Huntley in trouble. He is sacked. Mike Hilton has made a couple of plays off the slot. They try to run it. Dobbins. Good block on the edge. Bengals bring in 5. Huntley hit as he throws, incomplete. And for the injured, Jonah Williams has held up so far. Does again here. Higgins met by Queen and Humphrey. Still fought through 4 Ravens to make it 3rd and short. Oh, Chrisman almost with a flag down. They may have gotten the plant leg. Crochet all the way back to the 10. Has a lot of room to return it. It's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. But did they get the plant leg? It was 4th down and short anyway, 4th and 3, so it doesn't matter.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Baltimore number 26. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Help protect Burrow. 3rd and 10. Pressure here. They get to him. Got around the left tackle that time. Tyus Bowser. Right through Carmen, and even with the penalty, big part of the playoff run last year. From the 18, Huntley. Protected. Huntley throwing wide open. Andrews. To Huntley chased, sacked, back at the 39-yard line, B.J. Hill. And the Bengals defensive front comes up with 3 consecutive big plays. 3rd and 10, here come the Ravens. Burrow tries to escape on the run. Trying to get to the sideline, Owe tackled him. At the Bengals 46, Huntley out quick. Mark Andrews to the 40. Andy Isabella in motion, fake to him, they throw it, it's caught, and it's close to the first down. As the ball comes out, was he down first? First down. He's right on the line. That's short.
It's well short.
Now, it's 2-minute warning time here. However, this play happens on the fat side of the 2-minute warning, so the Bengals would have to challenge unless replay assist changes it. Tyler Huntley with a 5-man rush, throws underneath. There goes Dobbins spinning right at the line, got the first down. And 33 seconds left. Huntley throws in the middle. It is broken up by Pratt, who had the game-clinching interception on Wildcard weekend last year against the Raiders. Almost had it. Justice Hill's the back, and they're going to run with Hill. Tries to bounce to the outside. Apple is there. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag down.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Huntley retreating. Now looking to throw. In trouble as he fires sideline, incomplete. Down to 1 play. Season on the line. 4th and 20. Can Tyler Huntley do it? Four-man rush, retreating, puts it up for grabs, and it is deflected, and Crochet almost had it. He couldn't bring it in, and the Bengals survive. Wow!
Hendrickson, who got the pressure that was going to force Huntley to backpedal and stagger a bit, throws it up in the air. Ball is tipped, and there was an opportunity for James Crochet. Let's see how close he came.
Oh!
Wow.
He got one hand on it. Apple goes up, Hill goes up, Dell goes up. Crochet was inches away from one of the most dramatic touchdowns. Joe Cool, exhale, going on. And the difference in the game, down by that same end zone. Huntley trying to extend it for the lead. It's knocked out. And Sam Hubbard, the hometown hero, takes it all the way, 98 yards. Huntley extended it, but it didn't break the play. Heartbroken. Zach Taylor and the defending AFC champs off to Orchard Park.